let's move on to the Lions.
Yep.
The Detroit Lions. So far, their free agency has really been focused on retooling the offensive line. They released Taylor Decker, saves them a little over $11 million in cap. They obviously had Frank Ragnow retired last season.
Yeah.
Tried to come back, couldn't come back. Re-retired. No.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I was pretty sure re-retired, but I was like making
Well,
sure
I don't
he
know
didn't,
if he
like,
ever re-retired. He just didn't come out of retirement.
Yeah, fair.
Now, I don't know if he's attempting to get into shape to come out. That I have no idea. And I imagine that if he does, like, no one knew that he was trying to come out of retirement the first time. I imagine it's just be like, oh, by the way, the Lions have announced that Ragnow's coming back. If it happens, I imagine it'll be something like that.
Yeah. Well, so far today, they've signed Cade Mays to a 3-year deal, former Panthers center, and then Larry Borum, a kind of more experienced tackle. And I'll just say, if these are the only types of moves they're intending on making to fix the offensive line, and these types of moves, by that I mean depth moves, it's not going to work. It's not going to fix and revamp and get that offensive line back to its 2023, 2024 glory. So maybe they're looking to address it more in the draft. Maybe they still have something else up their sleeves, but surely this is just kind of the start and not all that is coming.
Yes. They also, we can talk about this a little bit for the Lions. They trade David Montgomery. We'll talk about it more in depth when we get the Texans, but it was a move. They get Juice Scruggs back, but they also get a 4th-round pick and then a 7th-round pick for 2027. So not huge draft compensation, but for a running back to get an offensive lineman and then to get a 4th-round pick, I feel that's not terrible value, especially when he's really he's not your primary running back like Jahmyr Gibbs is your primary. Montgomery played a huge part and played a lot of snaps, but if you had to pick a running back going forward, you would pick Gibbs over Montgomery.
Yeah, what's his contract like? Like, how much money was he making?
That I do not have that in front of me.
Because I'm just like,
I'll pull
I
it
feel
up.
like that's also part of the reason they had
Or
to
you
do it.
got
It's
it, you
just
got
like
it.
as guys are getting more expensive and they have to pay some of their cornerstones, like you had to cut costs somewhere, and you just simply can't pay a backup running back $9 million a year is about what it was, which like actually isn't anything crazy. He made $8 million last year. He's only making $5 million. Okay, he's not actually making as much as I thought he was. So maybe that's not really why they did it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even still, a little money saved anywhere, it can be important for teams that are in bad cap space shape. So.
Yeah.
Anything on the Lions, JP?
Look for them to go offensive lineman with that 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked. They already made the move for Cade Mays and another offensive lineman, but Taylor Decker retired, or not retired. He requested to be released and was released. Graham Glasnow was released. Dan Skipper retired. They have a need at left tackle. Monroe Freeling or someone else. I think most ideal would be Monroe Freeling. He's probably the most true left tackle of anyone out there.
Sure. You just gotta hope he gets there.
But every time we're going to bring up the Lions and especially offensive linemen, I'll go ahead and say the stat that shocked me and would probably shock most people that Jared Goff was hit the most out of any quarterback last year, 76 times. And that's a guy who doesn't scramble.
Yep.
So they need some offensive line help. And I expect them to do that with that 1st-round pick.